Whee! I love
My
that
legs are
transition.
sore by the time we make it back to Namdong. Weeks of huddling up in my apartment obviously hasn't been great for my personal fitness. I catch sight of Stunt by his wild hair. He's first to notice Jet and me and calls at us with a wave.
Yo! It's a team, Dad!
Not yet, and not for a while if our plan works out.
Excel sits up from his reclined position while Reva has hardly moved at all since she came into view.
Plan?
Mach is going to win a show match.
Reva takes a hold of her glasses greatly, gears visibly turning in her head as she works out the point of a show match. Excel and Stunt simply look to me for the answer. Mr. Kim agreed to sponsor us if we can redeem the team's image. I have to win a series against Bolt.
Bolt! Wait, that's Pirate! Bolt? That's certainly Protoss on Shock.
Yeah.
He's a rude little
He
player,
was
though.
going like half pirate.
It's so hard to switch back
He
and
plays
forth.
Star 2 on his own time.
Who refers to it? Star 2.
With the money and the chance to embarrass a foreigner on the line, he has to accept.
And you're... Oh, wait, no, shit. Fuck. And you're okay with this Mach?
Here, at least I can keep my voices straight, you fuck.
You only have one!
Fair?
I
I'm
have
bold.
3.
Yeah, that's true.
the
Excel
last
glances
time-
in my direction, a genuine concern etched in his expression. He seems to be picking up on the doubt I'm feeling. Ah, of course. I mean, I'm going to practice as hard as I can for the next week.
I'm going to
That's
save
Bolt.
data.
I don't have anything to say to that. She's right, after all. The rest of us take a moment to reflect on the severity of the situation. Gradually, I find the eyes of my teammates drifting towards me. I wipe the sweat from my neck and steady myself with a breath. I'm sure I can handle this, but not all on my own.
Funky music. Obviously! Listen, if he's a Protoss, I'm down to grind. I'm down to grind, baby! Out endless games. You and me,
Bolt's play has more death than proxies and one base all-ins. Faggot.
Do you have a better idea? What the hell would you get out of practicing with a Terran or a Zerg?
Stunt pulls out his phone and dons a stubborn expression. Jet rolls her eyes and glances past him.
Everyone has to play a role. There's a role to play in making sure that this team lives on past a botched cell match. Stunt May.
She winces, then glances begrudgingly in the young Protoss's direction.
Be the only ones that plays Protoss enough to spar with Mach, but this is still a group effort. So get to the go to jump.
Tell me that's acceptable. That we're continuing. Tommy?
Tommy?
Hello?
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 I think we've killed him.
Did that last line kill Tommy? This is
My voice hurts so bad.
fucking right. I have only a girl voice to do. My voice is gonna be permanently higher pitched.
Billy, I go between polar opposites.
The fucking stunt excels so good. You go from like Western black man to like like 6-year-old on meth. Like it's hilarious.
He raises a thumb up without bothering to stand.
Okay. You know it. Oh god, my voice.
Reva will work with Mach on openings and strategies, and I'll see what I can do to get my hands on a few of Bolt's replays.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Your IQ.
I am human.
We don't have any time to waste. Bolt's going to be preparing for this match with a caged PGA regimen.
Think I can handle 14 hours a day, Mach?
I don't need to practice long. I just need to practice smart. You need to do
You
both.
need to do both.
Fuck off, Billy.
No, fucking. It's
Yeah, she's right. It's only for a week anyway. Whoops.
Well, the idea of 14 hours of high-level StarCraft is enough to make my wrists sore. Still, I have to live up to my team's expectations. Alright, do we start tonight?
obviously. Oh,
Obviously.
Fuck off, Billy.
Jet stare is long and is enough to get him to spit it out.
Gonna maybe sort of promise my mom that I make up all the chores I've been skipping out on a PC bang. Look, I thought the team was definitely over, okay? We're StarCraft players. Don't pretend you guys don't know what it bags of time efficiency. I need to start smoothing things over with her if I'm gonna move out. Come on, don't look at me like that.
Useless. Useless. Whatever. We'll meet up at Golden Zone Fire tomorrow. And every day after that, and up until the show match. Mach, just ladder tonight.
Alright.
Reva, you're free?
Yes, why do you ask?
Go with Mach and watch him ladder for the rest of the day. See if you can pick up on any holes in his play.
Very well.
The command seems to catch Reva off guard. She looks at the ground at me and then back at the ground.
Are you reading that because Tommy
interest?
is a piece
Yeah,
of shit?
absolutely is not my
It's love interest time.
I've got to
Very
go with the
well.
schedule with Bolt. Go.
Oh yeah,
go
we're
read.
back to there. We're back. We just got there. We had to look at Reva's awkwardness though, because we're a man and she's a woman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Got to go with the schedule with Bolt, among other things. With me, Excel.
Should have guessed right then.
Who's gonna continue reading their whole thing all the way through?
Stunt, go handle your bullshit. Golden Zone Fire tomorrow morning. Go, everyone,
No,
go.
but Jet is Billy. What is going on here?
I don't understand, Billy.
Billy.
Oh, wait, are we back together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to
confirm the schedule with Bull, among other things, with me, Excel.
All right. One more. Should have guessed right then. I already said that. There you go.
Stunt, go handle your bullshit. Golden Zone Fire tomorrow morning. Go, everyone, go!
Excel
right
pulls himself off the bench and falls in line beside Jet. Stunt is quick to follow, though he turns out of the park in a different direction. I was actually planning on going back to my apartment if I'm just going to ladder.
I share a gun to the Reva and scratch behind my head.
Oh,
All right.
Why don't you two
Well, I
read
guess we
this
just
scene?
got that extra line. All right.
all we got was
Alright.
that extra line.
Should I return home? No. Why don't you meet me there in half an hour? You won't need to stay long. Very well.
Thank
I will see you in an hour. After sharing the location of my apartment with a map from my
we
phone,
got an
Hang
extra
on.
line, Tommy.
We just get
It's-
random lines about
It's
their
hard.
sexual
It's
tension.
hard not to seem awkward about the proposal. Even the normally inexpressive Reva has trouble answering casually. Very well.
after sharing the location,
I will run an errand in the meantime. Okay, now
Sharing
we're
the
back.
location.
After sharing the location of my apartment with a map from my phone, I bid her farewell. Reva fades along with the green of Nam Dan when I trace back the path I took this morning. My glazed over eyes remain locked with the pavement as I amble my way home. I know that I should feel relieved that our team still has a chance of coming together, but I can't help but worry. I'm not carrying around the weight of my failed attempts to qualify for VSL anymore. This is different. It's anxiety, a tightness in my chest that threatens to strangle me if I let everyone down. I don't know what to expect. It's not like it's going to get any easier from here anyways. Every week in a team league, there'll be a chance to cost my team a loss. More than anything else, I'm frustrated by Mr. Kim's doubt. It's one thing for my friends and parents to misunderstand me, but Mr. Kim made an informed judgment that I'm not worth the trouble. I jam my fists into my pockets and exhale deeply.
It's not the
I
only
ever-
thing you're gonna jam my fist into. Oh, what?
I ever doubted that that esports was brutal, I don't any longer. Short as the walk is, I don't find my nerves calming as I settle into my pace. A pack of energy drinks might help me douse my angst, so I decided to cut a detour that'll take me past Gomar.
Oh, sure.
I should probably pick out something for Eva too. It'd be pretty classless to make her watch me grind out ladder games without offering anything in return.
Except for you're going to be your teammate potentially. That's just what teammates do.
We're not a team yet, Millie. My older brother used to always make me watch him play games back when we were kids. This is different though. She's not watching me for fun, she's watching me to tell me how badly I suck.
Right. Erect.
I brush past another customer on my way to go into Gomart and glance towards the register. Mr. Yon smiles in my direction, then immediately walks into the store's back room. I don't waste time browsing and head straight for the refrigerators. By the time I'm done shopping, Mr. Yan comes to the back room, out of the back room with a brown box in hand and makes his way to the register. I set my bottles and cans down on the counter and offer the old man a nod. So, this is all for today.
Oh, are you in a rush, are we?
Not really, why? With a word that I won't run off, Mr. Jan smiles wide and hosts the box up onto the counter, pushing aside my drinks in the process. I blink, dumbfounded, but before I can ask what he's doing, he clicks open a latch and reveals a wooden board on the underside of the wood box's lid. He flips it up and sets the box between us in a place where the customer might expect to have their groceries rung up. A cloth sack rests beside the game board, the contents of which clack against one another and the counter. He pulls an object out of the bag and shows it to me. You ever...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus. Please don't make us play Go.
Oh, my God.
I don't mind Go.
Fuck.
I like Go.
Oh, have you ever played Go? I don't know what that fucking...
Go, huh? It's a board game that's played mostly in Asia, held in esteem similar to chess. Without meaning to, I ask the first question on my mind. Just because I told you about my pro gaming career?
Oh, sure, let's just say I wouldn't be showing to you if I didn't. We'll go over the rules and play around, just one, and my win will be satisfied.
Alright. It's strange, but if I want to keep shopping in Gomart, turning down Mr. Jan will make our future interactions uncomfortable. Better for one extremely awkward game of Go than an infinite amount of semi-awkward trips to the convenience store. Sick.
Hey, look, we get to see us for once in our life.
What's up?
I'm still wearing the same goddamn shirt.
Please tell me we don't have to play Go.
Well,
Jan
we're
pours
wearing a
the
jacket with no
contents.
shirt underneath.
I'm wearing like a weirdly long, open-necked sweater. Mr. Jan pours the contents of the bag into a wooden pair of cups beside the board. On closer inspection, they appear worn and scratched up. But the board itself isn't in great condition either. The corners are chipped, and its lacquer is long faded. Even though I've never played, I'm familiar with the premise of Go. Mr. Jan explains the basic rules thoroughly either way. The main objective is to control and capture spaces by surrounding your opponent's pieces. It's not unlike StarCraft in that sense, only there's no advantage in quick fingers. Even if I'm aware of the basics, I don't have the faintest clue about the game's strategy. What is this supposed to accomplish?
Mr. Jan is gonna fucking murk him.
Once Mr. Jan is
You
finished
don't fuck
explaining
with
the
old
rules,
Korean
emotions...
men. They might turn into a giant wheel. Right, Billy?
That was Japanese, but okay, fair enough.
Whatever.
Emotions towards my stones. I don't have any, dude.
Black takes the first move. You may begin whenever you're ready.
Okay. For the record, I have no idea what I'm doing here.
That's alright, just play on instinct.
It's hard to hide the confusion I'm feeling, but I agree and shuffle a handful of black stones in my direction anyways. The point of Go is to control space. It seems like a good idea to form some basic structure that I can play off of later. But not 5 turns into the game, Mr. Jan begins placing his pieces dangerously close to mine. When I look up from the board, he answers me only with a smile. Soon he begins capturing my stones with relentless efficiency, never allowing me to challenge his position when I'm so focused on protecting my own. I fight back to defend my territory, but the clerk's plan is always a step ahead. I fix the board with an intense stare, certain that I can somehow unlock the intricacies of Go by demanding it of myself. When the board is halfway full, it becomes readily apparent that I'm going to lose. Mr. Jan glances up from the board with a raised eyebrow, smile ever present.
Oh, sure, would you care to stop? I don't mean to keep you for too long.
No, it's fine, let's finish. After turning down the chance to concede, it feels appropriate that I somehow stage an amazing comeback, but the beatdown only continues. Towards the end of the match, Mr. Jan manages to capture more than half my stones in a single move. My displeasure makes itself apparent with a single groan. I deliver my last few turns to the board hard enough to echo a clack throughout the store. Mr. Jan scratches his chin casually, scanning the carnage he's wrought upon my pieces.
Oh, I don't see any possible moves. I pass.
And I pass too. That means the game is over, right?
That is correct.
I release a breath I've been holding in relieved. I'm so glad to live in an era where video games exist. The old man replaces his Go set in the bag and box and clears the counter of our diversion, yet instead of reaching for my drinks to scan, he sets his eyes on me.
Well, you play to avoid losing.
I feel a frown form on my face. Why exactly am I getting a lesson on Eastern board game from a cashier? I don't say anything, so he continues.
Specifically, you play to avoid the pain of loss. It's clear to see when you have no learned habits or memorized strategies. There's nothing inherently wrong in playing that way, but you should be aware of the fact. I'm a firm believer in that games showcase the personality in its purest form.
Was this whole thing just an excuse to share some wisdom you couldn't think of any other way to bring up? I said that with way more disrespect than I should have. Nevertheless, Mr. Jan's slight smile doesn't falter.
Oh, sure, perhaps. Or perhaps I'm looking for a conversation. You didn't quit when I gave you the chance, that's good. But you can only go so far with playing for the win. StarCraft isn't so different from Go. I know that because my life isn't so different from Go. Strive to win, Mach, not to lose. Not to lose. Not
I don't
to
understand.
not lose.
Oh, really, you don't?
Oh, sure, try to. It's an important lesson.
Series
I'd be just fine, dear.
glitters across Mr. Jan's face for a fraction of a second. When it's gone, he looks no different from before.
Oh, sure, there's no one else that moves those drinks off the shelf like you. I'm incentivized to have you succeed and stick around, you see.
Fucking jeez.
And he lets out a laugh, one that continues only until I smile politely in response. When he's done, Mr. Jan rings up my drinks and hurries them into a bag.
Right, off you go. I won't ask you to play again with me, unless you like to.
Alright. I lower my head in a bow, not the type reserved for a venerable elder, but at least one to show that I'm thankful. When the door opens when I hurry through it, leaving Mr. Jan to endure the sickly linoleum of his store alone.
Linoleum.
Ladle.
In a roundabout way, I think Mr. Jan's little diversion might have actually helped. It's nice to know that he cares about me enough to offer advice, even though it's just because I shop at his store. Whether or not that business about Go and not losing is true remains to be seen. Is aversion to losing really that ingrained in my DNA? Go Mart, huh? Alright, Mr. Jan, I admit that's pretty clever. Seems much darker outside than it was when I came into the store. I reached to check on the time. Shit. I have half a dozen missed calls from Reva. Did that Go match seriously take more than an hour? An urgent need to get back to my apartment replaces my thought of Mr. Jan and board games. I weave through pedestrians as best I can while simultaneously texting an apology to Reva. My feet carry me as fast as they can, and Reva got tired of waiting at my front door and left I'm screwed. I pant my way up to my apartment stairs and pause in the hallway to find she isn't there. Frustrated, I sigh and open my door. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Why didn't I keep track at the time? Why now? Why when so much is on the line? As I rack my brain for an excuse I can offer Jet, I look up to find that my apartment is already occupied.